we out of town. Shit was sweet.
Slow it down so you can understand. I will never love another man like you again. So this song was about my ex, and basically that line means like, it doesn't mean I'll never love again. I'll just never love another man like how I love you again. And I think a lot of people like misinterpreted this whole song, because yes, it's like a reflection of my love for him, but if you actually listen closely, you can tell that I see that this relationship probably isn't gonna work, but I really did love you. You know what I mean? Hard to walk away and close the door on your best friend. Cherish all the time and memories that we spent. Again, this is a reflection of our good times together. So we did have some good times, and that's basically what this song is about, like the good memories, because he is actually my son's dad. So obviously we had like a really good relationship. So roll on. If I could go back in time, I'll go to the laughs over dinner and wine. Back in the Bull, we were young in our prime. Basically, like, we had a lot of dinners and good times. He's a really good cook, so we had like, that's like one of my biggest memories we've had is having dinner, and we tried like hella different wine. And Bull is Durham, which is also 27707. So that's the zip code for Durham, which is the name of the song. A lot of people didn't know that, so now you know. School kids on drugs, and my cup was that slime. Poppins as you'd open up over time. Don't do drugs, but we did drugs. And yeah, so that line is pretty self-explanatory. We're just getting fucked up, and yeah. Show you my heart, I have yours, you have mine. Ain't see you coming, you must skip the line. That's really what it was, because like at the time, like I really was not trying to like fuck with nobody. I remember that shit vividly, like I was not trying to fuck with anybody. And my friend Victoria at the time, I think she kind of wanted us to be together, so she told me something and told him something, and then that's how we like. But it wasn't, if it weren't for that, we probably wouldn't even have been together, honestly, unless he wanted to come on to me. But so yeah, that's pretty much what that line was about. We rode off in the sunset, lost at the beach, living life, no regrets. We took a lot of beach trips, like a lot of beach trips, and that was like, he didn't take a lot of beach trips as a kid like I did, so like, when I took him on our first beach trip, it meant a lot to him, like a lot. Like, that was like his peaceful place. So, that's why I added that. Moved in together, went in on a pet. All I remember is nights we had sex. We had a pet dog named Biscuit. He was a pit and something else mixed, I can't remember. But we got him from my friend Meatball. Shout out to Meatball. Yeah, but actually my dad actually gave that dog away. And nights we had sex. It's pretty good sex. You shot my club up and hit one. Doc took his life with his potion. Yeah, this line is like really like, it's about to get deep. Ugh. So if you know what shot your club up means, you know what that means. So it's like, do I have to really explain it to you? If you don't know, maybe you shouldn't be watching this. But come on, like, he shot up my club. Okay, I got pregnant, yeah, and Doc took his life with his potion. Just read in between the lines. I don't even feel comfortable like explaining what that means, but y'all know what that means. If you don't know, you need to be turning this off. Shit ain't work out with Jody, shit in motion. Chasing that cake, I stayed in the Bull, you back and wide awake. I had my very first apartment on my own was with this guy named Jody. He's really good people. I met him in Campus Crossings, and we linked up. I needed a place to stay. It was his crib, and we moved in with him. Well, I moved in first, and then my boyfriend moved in, and it just didn't work out. Like, it was more so his place. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't have a lot of space. I was just like stuck in my room all the time. I'm really anti anyway, so since it wasn't my place to begin with, I just didn't feel like, you know, I could create. I just felt really like stuffed in my room. But I do miss Jody. I wonder what he's doing right now. I haven't talked to him in a while. But hit me up, Jody. The apartment with Jody's crib, like we ended up leaving there. And I actually moved back home too. Wide Awake is for Wilson. And so Bull is Durham. Chasing that cake, I stayed in the Bull. I did move back home, but like after a week, I went right back to Durham because like work is slow around this way. So Durham was a lot like fast paced. So I went back and stayed on the couch with my friend and got my old job back. And I stayed there to save up so I can get a place. And he just stayed in Wilson, which is Wide Awake, and stayed like working or whatever. So that's what that means. Fucking when wheeling like it's a race. Take a shot of you don't need a chase. We had a lot of sex. Don't need a chaser to take you down. In Campus Crossings, Cornwallis, chasing crown. We stayed in Campus Crossings in Durham. Drank a lot of Crown. Your soul was lost, but our love was found. Then you ate my cake up, nigga, by the pound. He had a lot of like depression, and I guess like me being there really helped a lot. So yeah. I took your dick without a sound. We taking trips. We out of town. It's funny because my cousin thought that, she was like, damn, that ain't no good dick if you taking it without a sound. And I was like, well, no, actually, for like a short period of time, I had to stay with him, like with his roommates. And he had a roommate like in the room. So when we have sex, I had to take it without a sound. Literally, like we had quiet sex because his roommate, Jeff, I think that was his name. Hey, Jeff. We had sex while I was in the room. So I had to take it without a sound. It's not that it wasn't good. It was just, I had to. So, yeah. We went a lot of places. We went to DC, and where else we go? Went to the beach a lot. So we did do a lot, you know. Shit was sweet. Life was golden. We was art. We was molding. We stayed down and never folded. Everything was going good. Like when we was up, like when we were falling in love, like that was just like everything. So, yeah. Stayed on top. I forever wrote it. Yeah, forever wrote it. I was the best. Nothing less. Your love for me, I made you show it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I made him show it, but like I really brought it out of him. You know what I mean? Like I showed a lot of love, so it was reciprocated. Then you showed your demons. Showed me they be creeping. No sleep, pillow wet all night. Your mind leaking. That's like the dark side, like when shit started getting real. Like I always knew he had depression from the beginning, but like it actually started to unveil itself over time, like way later over time. So, and he never slept. Like he had like, I don't even know what you really call it, but he wouldn't sleep at all. So he would end up sleepwalking. Like when he did sleep, he would be sleepwalking. You know what I'm saying? And he would like pass out on the floor. Like this nigga really had like a lot of shit like going on, like with his mind. And he shared that. So I saw a lot of that actually, like firsthand. So from overthinking, but then you come with me, I clean it by the weekend. They know I'm a real one. Them niggas peeping. When I was in Durham and he was still in Wilson, he would come up every weekend, or I would go there. And it's like, you know, that was his peaceful time when I was around, like, cause we wasn't together on an everyday basis. At the time I was working and he was working. So whenever we got free time on the weekends, that's when I came through. And it just seemed like, you know, it's like a time you're looking forward to. Like I get to see her, I get to see him type of thing. And niggas was definitely peeping. Downtown, smoking gas, back to class, reeking. Our school was downtown. We went to the Art Institute, which is now shut down for whatever reason. But it was downtown, Durham, and we used to smoke. Like our classes were 4 hours long. So we would have these long ass like 30-minute breaks in between our classes. And it's crazy because like it's like downtown Durham, and then you literally like walk. It's getting gentrified slowly. You can tell. You'll walk down, and it's like straight hood, like central around the corner. So we would cop weed from over there. It was crazy. So we'd be right downtown, go back to class thinking. And our teacher knew, like, some of our teachers were cool, some of them was good. But yeah, there was that line. Man, I miss them days. If it costs to go back, that's bread that I pay. Yeah, I miss those days. Like, those are the golden times where your parents are like, you're gonna miss these days. Like, you really are gonna miss high school and college. I don't know about high school. I don't really miss high school. I miss college though. College was fun. Just to make it all better so that you can stay. You see our future in color, but I can see the gray. Like, a lot of things I would change, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit that I did, or just shit that I think I could change, I would pay and go back. Just to make it all better so that you can stay, like, in my life. Because it's like, now it's like, you're not in my life. Not like you're in my life, but you know, we're not together. So that's what that line was about. Like, if I could go back and make things better, I would. Because right now it's like,
bread that I pay, just to make it all better so that you can stay. You see our future in color, but I can see the gray. Yeah, I can see the gray.